the Warriors stand. This is their third group play game. And with a 1-1 record, this is really a must-win contest.
And with this one, being on the road, it won't be easy. They're going to have to fight to stay alive in this NBA Cup tournament.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Garland. Curry on the wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot off.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Stephen Curry at the line for two.
One drops. He ties it up.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by one.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Williamson with the bounce pass. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Messi. Jackson Davis defending. Here's McCollum. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes type of shot.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night. Pencil him in, 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Tries the spin move. Outside. It doesn't go for him.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum against Garland. McCollum kicks to Williamson. No good with the layup. The Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Stolen by McCollum. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Alvarado. McCollum outside. For 3. Sinks the triple.
Well, McCollum can do it all when you give him the keys.
51 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Curry. Back to Garland. Puts up a 3. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to McCollum. To the middle. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Garland kicks to Curry. They can't stop the run with that one. Curry against McCollum. There's a screen. They get it back. Messi off target at the rim. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Pelicans. They lead by 6, their biggest margin, setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Payton, and it's Moody in at the small forward position. Here's Payton. Pelicans pull it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jones, no luck. Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. He's got 8. Here's Podziemski. Connects from three-point range.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Outside, Jones. For the 3. It's good from long range. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for New Orleans.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Olynyk kicks to McCollum. Fades back. And Moody pulls it down.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Moody's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep. If you're going to leave him that wide open, big-time mistake.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Trey Murphy's checked in for the Pelicans. Murray comes in for Jose Alvarado. Golden State also making some changes. Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Gary Payton. And Strus is subbed in for Moses Moody. So it's the Pelicans now. 3-point lead. Murray outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Now here's Murray. Nothing on the board. And the Pelicans miss again. And we've seen DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard, or he can be. The best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's give our heroes the warm welcome to the Pelicans.
Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Garland comes in for Brandon Bajemski. Here's Kuminga. Still scoreless. Pass to Curry. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course, they also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'll tell you who else benefits, a lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
And it's Williamson missing.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Williamson. The Warriors also with a sub. Podziemski, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. New Orleans gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Alvarado. Murray outside. With some arc. Podziemski grabs the board.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Garland with the bucket.
Gritty bucket. Garland knows he's going to take contact, but does not back down.
Outside, Jones. From deep three-point territory. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And it's Strus missing. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Pelicans making a change here. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. The fourth spot held by Darius Garland.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
The Pelicans trail. Here's Murray. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. They set the screen. They get it again. Messi. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Podziemski. He's guarded by McCollum. And here's Garland for 3. And timeout called by Willie Green. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
On your feet, make some noise with those hands together. Your defense team.
New Orleans making a switch here. Robinson Earls checked in. New Orleans has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to McCollum. 20 seconds left in the second quarter, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's nice touch around the rim. McCollum makes the most of his opportunities down there.
Garland, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Garland's got his second bucket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
3 seconds left. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hello, everybody. We all like close games, and tonight's matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans does not disappoint.
Shooting below 35% unacceptable. Makes the game closer than it needs to be. But also, credit the defense they were facing.
Yeah, staying connected to shooters, trying to contest everything. All right, and now one of the more highly anticipated topics. Some news about trades to discuss.
In Garland, this team got a big old dog. He scores inside and out. He will take over games. Fearless. Great job getting him on this roster.
Is that close, Shaq?
Yeah.
Or is that? Okay, sorry.
He's not there yet.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. A moment for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for New Orleans. They've told me that he has tendonitis in his shoulder, but he's already back in the game. Pretty tough guy, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in it. That's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Here's McCollum. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And here's McCollum for 3. Garland with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Curry's shot is off.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Pass to Nisi. Now here's Williamson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And here's McCollum for three. Nisi, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Kuminga the pass to Curry. Out baseline Jay, and he hits the jumper for two. Curry's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And here's McCollum for 3. Again, McCollum missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Outside Curry. Back to Strus. Garland the pass to Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. There's the pick. Murray for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Murray's got 6.
Well, Murray's ability to hit the 3 makes their offense that much more versatile.
Murray finds Garland. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
For 3.
Garland's got 4 assists in the game. Down low. Here's Nisi. The Warriors pull it in. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Strus against McCollum. That's to Curry. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Now Murray. He's got 6. Floats one. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing. No good that time. Pelicans trail by 7. And here is Murray. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Kicks it out to Williamson. Here's the screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Gary Payton comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. And both free throws good for Williamson. Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Payton surveying the floor. And again, it's the Warriors missing. McCollum kicks to Williamson. Shoots the three. Good on the triple. 6 points for him.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
Garland with it. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Payton is out there with Green, and it's Moody in at the three, the small forward. Murray outside. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 4. Moody the pass to Curry. Curry getting it done inside.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
For 3, Murray. Green with the rebound.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Payton. And now a 9-point Warrior lead.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Curry against Murray. Looking to end his cold spell. And that one, good.
And getting the shot he wanted. Murray loves it from in close.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Pass to Podziemski. Green the screen from outside the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for him.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Just a straight flush by Murray. No fret.
Warriors leading by 8. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Let's give our huge New Orleans welcome to the Pelicans House Party.
Strus is checked in for the Warriors. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. New Orleans on D. Here's Podziemski. And the layup's good off the glass. Podziemski's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Williamson double team. McCollum outside. Off target from outside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Misi. Here's Murray. Fires the three. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. They get Stephen Curry. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Murray outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And stolen by Williamson. Here's Murray. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And it's Strus missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Pelicans. They trail by 9 points. McCollum outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors leading by 9. Garland the pass to Strus. Outside, Kuminga. Strus kicks to Kuminga. Back to Strus. Garland against McCollum. Offensive rebound. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And timeout called by Willie Green. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. outside. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Now, here's Garland. Outside Curry. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Good on the second free throw.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Messi grabs the rebound. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shoots it. Williamson on the follow. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 36.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Here's Murray. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next stage.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Stephen. I know you're a great shooter, but when you have it going like that tonight, what goes through your mind?
There's not much thought, to be honest. It's just shooting with confidence and living with the results. So there are a lot of tough shots, but it's ones that I practice all the time and feel like when I take it, I'm expecting to make it. So it's nice to get on a little run the way the game started. For us to fight back and get this win, that was crazy.
Yeah, but you were the calm in the storm, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.
model. So I do it in the song, cause some of these things I hold bottle. Knew I couldn't do it alone, but some of these things I won't follow. So I prove it on my own, give it my all on full throttle. There was no love for me, I was up and coming. I faced doubts and had worries, but I wasn't busted. Look, they tried to steal my glory, say it wasn't nothing. But God's the author of my story, not the play. One chance just to make it at the city, Two hands put together, hope he hear me, 3 a.m., my soul weary, spirit fill me up. Forever grinding till the day I touch a million. One chance just to make it at the city. 2 hands put together, hope he hear me. 3 a.m., my soul weary, but see it clearly. Forever grinding till the day.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at San Antonio, they've started strong this year, holding the second place spot. And checking out the Warriors, they're a ways down in the standings. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pons make up the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Spurs, Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Castle for 3. A rebound by Moody. Outside Curry. Pass to Kuminga from deep. Drills it from deep.
Kuminga hits enough of those to keep you honest.
Here's San Antonio now. It's a 3-point game. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. Outside Barnes from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Gggg Popovich. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him, Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
Allie, thank you.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
Outside Pajemski. On the wing, Curry shoots over Paul. Curry's shot is off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And even after a year, the numbers that Wembanyama can put up are staggering.
Oh, terrifying what his stat line could look like in 5 years' time. His minutes and usage will only continue to grow. He could have multiple quadruple doubles in his future.
Puts up a 3. First shot won't go. San Antonio's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. He drops it from range.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Here's Castle. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Brandon Pajemski.
And that's the kind of pressure Castle can put on a defense.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Gggg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Chums, appreciate the report.
You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too. So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Paul, shot is off. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, that's impressive. Kuminga with the catch and the flush.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. And we've got a timeout called by Gggg Popovich. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And Golden State also making a switch. Payton's checked in. It's Barnes on the wing, guarded by Payton. Pass to Castle. Outside Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Fader on the way. Wembanyama, no good. Golden State has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Payton. Back to Curry. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 6.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Left side Podziemski. Pass to Green. Outside Payton. 4-3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Castle. Hauled in by Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, B.A., it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that you shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league. I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Here's Castle. His last outing, he had 20. Takes it inside. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Spurs with some changes. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Sohan comes in for Barnes, and it's Devin Vassell in for Paul. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Strus, he's checked in for Podziemski. And Darius Garland subbed in for Stephen Curry. That one's no good. The Warriors lead by 4. And there's the lob. And Kuminga throws it down.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Here's Castle, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. To the middle. Strus against Vassell. Basket's good. Vassell's got 5.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Strus. Pass to Kuminga. Outside Payton. Here's the pick. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Johnson. 1 second left. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Kevon Looney is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Payton in at the 3 slot. Looney, a screen on Johnson. Here's Payton. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Outside Johnson. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Spurs trail by 6. Vassell outside. They set the pick. Over Strus. Vassell can't get it to go.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Garland, the pass to Kuminga. Outside Strus. Shot clock at 5. Here's Garland. Again, Garland missing. Spurs shooting just 38% for this game so far. Here's McLaughlin. He's scoreless. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Vassell against Garland. Vassell's shot is good. Vassell's got 7 points.
And this is what it's all about inside. Vassell willing to get physical to finish his motion.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
With some enthusiasm, Kuminga saw his chance to dunk it, and he took it.
And Gregg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. With some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Barnes comes in for Vassell. And Branham subbed in for McLaughlin. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Kuminga. Wembanyama, screen on Curry. Here's Branham. He buries it from 3. Branham's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. The Warriors lead by 3. Garland feeling it out a bit. Outside Strus. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And so the ball out of bounds. Strus touched it last.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Branham. Down low. Here's Castle. Great D that time from Podziemski. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Moody. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Castle for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got his first 2 points of the night.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Barnes with it. Outside Johnson. Pass to Castle. Tries again. Great D that time from Podziemski. The Warriors lead by 5. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Paul. The 3 from Curry. Counted from distance. Curry's got 12 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Wembanyama, no good. And it's Green with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Back to Curry. 41 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Johnson. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
They're so clever at finding space to shoot inside. Johnson's creativity and ability to capitalize is impressive.
Outside, Green. Pass to Moody. Takes the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Johnson. That'll do it for the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings.
You take a look at the Spurs, they're sitting on the top of their division. Can't ask for more than that as a fan, and it feels like they're getting better as the season goes on.
The way they've been playing, I expect big things from these guys.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for Golden State.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch, Shaq.
Yeah, no Tyler Ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it, Tyler Hero?
Tyler Ball, Hero Ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The Warriors lead by 6. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position. So that's who Gregg Popovich starts the second half with. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Nice shot by Kuminga.
Really appreciating the energy Kuminga is bringing to this offense right now. The defense certainly can't handle it.
Wemby putting on a show.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Now Pajimski taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scores, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Pass to Castle. Now here's Vassell. Outside Barnes. The three. Sinks the tray. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Outside Curry. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Castle.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate. I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
He's gone 3 of 4 from the line.
Castle, shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for
element. And now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
There's the screen. Here's Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. See some of the numbers here for Darius Garland.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Outside Pajemski. Back to Curry. There's the three. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Vassell with it. Now guarded by Curry. Curry against Vassell. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Golden State has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. The kick out, Curry. Back to Green. On the wing, Curry. Outside Kuminga. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Kuminga's got 6 points in the quarter.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
And Gregg Popovich has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You look at Jonathan Kuminga. What a contribution here.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
checked in for Wembanyama. Sohan comes in for Vassell. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Chris Paul. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Castle. 5 points in the game. From behind the arc. Sinks it from distance. Castle's got 5 points in the quarter.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Garland. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Golden State.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Spurs trail by 3. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
They talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
They swipe it. Pass to Sohan. Drives to the hoop. And we take a look now at the season's most efficient scorers from around the league. Harrison Barnes is second.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
And the Spurs making a change here. Champagne's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Looney's checked in for Draymond Green. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
1:05 left in the third quarter. Drops in the 3. Strus has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Johnson. To the middle. Here's Mamukelashvili. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Garland. 5 points in the game. To the paint. Second chance effort. Looney shrugging off the contact.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Here's Castle. Give him 8. 11 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 2 points. Castle's got 10 points.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Right now is when we go good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
And that's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. Take away a lot of easy shots.
Yeah, B.A., you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Darius Garland. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Kevon Looney. And it's Strus in at the 2 guard. Pass to Payton. Fires from deep. Rebound by San Antonio. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Sohan, the pass to Johnson. Tries from 6 feet. Mamukelashvili, no good. The Warriors lead by 3. Right side, Strus. Pass to Garland. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Warriors lead by 5.
That's pretty tough for Garland at his size to be able to score around the contest.
And here's Sohan. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. Knox, he's checked in for Jackson-Davis.
Number 31, Kevin Knox II.
Here's Strus. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Garland. Wesley with a rebound. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Champagnie. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside Garland. Back to Strus. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
Where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
And Gregg Popovich has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Big group substitution here for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sohan. Castle's checked in for Champagnie. And it's Paul in for Wesley. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Moody comes in for Knox. Podziemski's checked in for Strus. And it's Stephen Curry in for Garland. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Gregg Popovich's huddle, and the big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. The Warriors lead by 7. Inside. Here's Payton. Outside Curry. Floats one. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Ball passes to Johnson. Wembanyama, high post. The jump hook. Uses the glass to drop it in.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Outside, Green. Outside, Moody. Outside, Podziemski. And there's a pick. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Gregg Popovich. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. He's checked in for San Antonio. Gggg, he's checked in for the Warriors. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. San Antonio again can't hit. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Moody passes to Green. And here's Curry. He's guarded by Paul. Clock is at 3. Top of the key. Barnes with the rebound. Spurs trail by 7. Outside Paul. It's rebounded by Golden State. Moody's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Curry. Nice D from Vassell. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Here's Barnes. Oh, missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. The Warriors lead by 7. Outside Kuminga. Outside Curry. It's good. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What else can you say about Steph Curry? Simply one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen.
Paul taking his time here to the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strike of Wembanyama.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
It's time for Dance Game. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. Nice drive. It's all good. Let's see those moves. Here's Vanderbilt round the ball.
Outside Curry. 52 seconds left in the game. Back to Pajemski. Pass to Kuminga. Outside Curry. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Count it. So it's the Warriors now. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Curry. Moody on the wing. Clock at 6. On the wing, Green. 16 feet out. And again, it's Golden State.
Assistant, Draymond Green.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA.
La raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En la olimpiada con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. A la hora cero en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En la olimpiada con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Estoy demasiado veloz, no pueden verme. Cada vez que quiero quemar, le tiro a Werner. Me gustan más los billetes azules que los verdes. Hasta cuando ganan pierden. A todas estas serpientes les mudé las pieles. Los zorros combinando las cartieles. Fanáticos con mi nombre en los carteles. Me muevo como los que tú quieres. Guagua blinda pa' brindar. De mi pauta esta se quieren guindar. Si por mi instinto me dejo llevar, pues les doy bulería a los David Bisbal. Escúchame bien, yo no tengo rival. Tú podrás rimar, pero no suena igual. Es mantenerse, no es solo llegar. Tanto dinero que piensan que es ilegal. A la hora cero, en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sandal Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. No tengo que decir de dónde soy. Todo esto lo saben ya. No sé si hay guerra o es solo un rumor. Vamos pa' la calle a ver si es verdad. Tengo fe, sé que pronto mi Dios vendrá. Mientras tanto en la tierra la haré temblar. Y firme con él yo por dentro estoy. Por eso ninguno me detendrá. Ahora tengo el récord limpio y par de campeonatos. Pero antes trabajaba hasta limpieza y ornato. Quieren copiar el flow pero les cambio el formato. Correa desde arriba, ve como yo lo mato. El respeto de los veteranos desde novatos. Procura que en mi zona tú no seas no grato. Porque hasta de día están sonando los... Me respetan y los capos. A la hora cero, en la raya. Seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sandal Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Young Kings, baby. Santurce. PR.
That's a good one, Pete.
One-on-one, pull up with tens. One-on-one, never again. One-on-one. When get the cake in the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk, you can hear it. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win. Fight for my dummy, you don't see how I'm coming, don't tip me, I'm right on the edge. Getting since young and I been had to shoot about some money all under my bed. 2018 came a million, I made a career and they thought it'd be. I getting cold, my body cold, I barely get rest. One time told her pull up again. In the back of the Benz. I wanna put mirror 10 on the tent. I wanna see the reflection. I'm the best dressed at the Met. The way her dress, I know how to dress. Turn the drill to a flex. They stick at the check, I poke out my chest. I'm treating little boy like my pets. I know the young one of the catch. Got one-on-one ice on the jet. One-on-one pull up with tens. One-on-one never again. One-on-one. When get the cake in the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk, you can hear it. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win. One-on-one missing it up. One-on-one missing it in. One-on-one messing with kid. One-on-one and that's it. Come to the spot, I got one-on-one pieces and all of them cost me a grip. Come to the US. Good service, I'm ready to tip. You know when I'm hip, I don't got a trip. You know I ain't no little bit of shrimp. We switching locations in the gym. She said she don't wanna say Gunna no more. She about to start calling me him. I'm him. I need you making it hot. The stakes is high, the prices is high. I'm about to fly to Dubai. I'm gone. Horse and boot, HB on the tie. Up with the one-on-one ride. Ain't cuffin' I let her slide. I come and I come to get mine. Pop out on the beat like surprise. One-on-one pull up with tens. One-on-one never again. One-on-one. When get the cake in the butter, I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk, you can hear it. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win.
I'ma bring you home, you roll my day when I be in the road. Why you can't leave me alone? It's richer than me and your phone. You just wanna be in the song. Hide on my sleep, you reading the wrong. I'ma come see you when I got time, even though I got nothing to do.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to... It's the NBA on 2K with league-wide focus doors on size at every position. Are we seeing the demise of the traditional point guard?
So, Kevin, the first point you make is absolutely valid. Even 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", we're seeing point guards of that size. And not only are they exceptional passers, they like to score it. So that's first and foremost. But what I believe ultimately is, if you are 6'3" and under, and you still bring a special amount of skill, there's going to be a place for you.
So the Nets starting 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. DeAnthony Melton out there with Russell. And it's Thomas in at the small forward. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Melton passes to Russell. Stolen by Garland. Curry with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Warriors. Russell kicks to Johnson. Back to Russell. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Cam Thomas is a guy who is always shot ready. Nice catch and shoot there.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Now Thomas coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Now here's Curry. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Here's Kuminga. It's hauled in by Thomas. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Russell. The 3. No good. Shot missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They get it back. Curry against Melton. A second chance effort. And the layup by Curry. Curry's got 7.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. 5th best, the Nets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now, here's Thomas. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Russell. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Garland. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Russell dishes to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Jacks up a three. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Thomas got 7.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
To the left side wing. Garland. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Who says the mid-range is dead? If the defense gives it, Darius Garland will take it.
Gggg against Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night. 1:14 left in the first. Here's Podziemski. Covered by Johnson.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get